Good morning and welcome to the 2023 WesternU Commencement Ceremony. The ceremony will begin at 9:30 a.m. Good morning, distinguished guests. The lobby doors will close at 9:20 a.m. and the commencement ceremony will begin at 9:30 a.m. As a reminder, it is recommended but not required that you wear a mask that covers your nose and chin while indoors. Masks are available in the lobby. Thank you for joining us today. The entry doors will be closed in 15 minutes at 9:20 a.m. All guests should now enter the auditorium and be seated. Doors will reopen following the invocation. Good morning. In 5 minutes, the entry doors will close and the lobby cleared of all guests. Doors will reopen following the invocation. Any guests outside should now enter the auditorium and find their seats. Good morning and welcome to the 2023 WesternU Commencement Ceremony. It is recommended but not required that you wear a mask that cover your nose and chin while indoors. Masks are available in the lobby. Please silence your electronic devices. The commencement ceremony will begin in 10 minutes. Distinguished guests, please take your seats and silence your electronic devices. The commencement ceremony will begin momentarily. Distinguished guests, we are honored to welcome you to the Pasadena Civic Auditorium for the 42nd Annual Western University of Health Sciences Commencement Ceremonies. For those who are able, please rise now to greet the class of 2023. Graduates, welcome the administration and faculty of Western University of Health Sciences. invite you to please be seated. For those who are able, please rise for our commencement speakers, Dean, Provost, Board of Trustees, and President of Western University of Health Sciences. Distinguished guests, the President of Western University of Health Sciences, Dr. Robin Farias Eisner. Please remain standing, if you are able, for our national anthem and the invocation that follows. Here to sing the national anthem is current first-year Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine student, Dana Jean Manalo.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Leading us today in the invocation is Dr. Wael Kamas, professor in the College of Veterinary Medicine.
Good morning, all. What an honor and a privilege to be here with you all to celebrate graduation of the DVM class of 2023. Graduates, join me in a prayer to God, the Almighty, our Heavenly Father, Jehovah, or to the deity entity you worship. Dear God, we are praying to you to give the DVM class of 2023 strength, endurance, and perseverance to face the new challenges they will be encountering after graduation. We thank you for everything you gave them when they passed through the 4 years of WesternU CVM curriculum. We ask you that the graduates never forget their parents, significant others, friends, colleagues, faculty, and staff who supported them throughout their education. As health professionals, may they always try their best to alleviate pain from animals. As veterinarians, they will be dealing with animals that cannot tell what hurts. Almighty God, let the graduates be paid twice, once through their employer and once again from you for making these animals they treat and their owners happy. Please remind them that they will be doing a heroic job while working to help abandoned, neglected, abused, badly treated animals and protect people from zoonotic diseases. We ask that the superpower, God, give you health, happiness, and wealth in the many years to come in your service and practice in the noble veterinary medicine professions. God, you gave them the strength to pass successfully through all the hurdles during their studies. Please shower the class of 2023 with blessings according to their kind and big hearts. God, please give the class of 2023 continued strength and fill their hearts with love to all people and animals throughout their career and beyond. Amen. Thank you.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, the President of Western University of Health Sciences, Dr. Robin Farias Eisner.
Thank you, Dina Jean Mondello and Dr. Whale Kamas. Thank you so much. That was an incredible national anthem. That was really amazing. Congratulations, class of 2023. You did it. We are so proud of you, unbelievably proud of you. Before we start today's festivities, WesternU would like to take a moment to acknowledge an amazing person who none of this would be possible without her gracious direction and leadership. I would like to ask Dr. Beverly Guidry to please join us on stage. Now, I have to warn you, she doesn't know about this. This was a complete surprise. So we apologize, Dr. Guidry, for catching you off guard. But thank you for being willing to come up here. Dr. Guidry joined WesternU in September 1982 as admissions recruiter. During her 40-year tenure with the university, she has held the titles of assistant, associate, and director of admissions, assistant dean and dean of student affairs, and finally, vice president and then senior vice president for university student affairs. She oversees 8 teams and over 60 employees. WesternU held its first commencement ceremony, first one, in May 1982. And Dr. Guidry is always proud to share that she has never missed a WesternU commencement, except for the very first one. This year is Dr. Guidry's 40th WesternU commencement ceremony. She has planned always with exquisite and excellent taste, immaculate attention to details, and always inspirational in her leadership. And we will never step out of line because Dr. Guidry would not be happy. And we do not mess with Dr. Guidry. Now, please know that for always putting the graduates and families first, there is no one like Dr. Guidry. Her ceremonies have always been special. She has always put the students and families first. Dr. Guidry, you are a shining star, and we are forever grateful for your dedication, loyalty, and overwhelming support. Please accept this award with our deepest appreciation for your amazing 40 years of outstanding contribution, coordination of our university commencement exercises. Distinguished trustees, faculty, staff, esteemed guests, proud family, friends, and most importantly, our wonderful graduating class of 2023. It's both an honor and a privilege to address you today as we come together to celebrate this momentous occasion. You are the graduating class. It's an honor indeed to be here with you. You are amazing. You are our new ambassadors and our emissaries. This year, we have surpassed 20,000 milestone for the number of university alumni worldwide. 20,000. And you will now join those elite ranks. You are forever a part of the WesternU community, and we are so proud. It's interesting to see who is graduating among you. There's a nail technician, a necropsy assistant, a rancher, a zookeeper, and you may or may not know, but two of your very own are getting married this afternoon. Congratulations to David Green and Jessie May Stack. I would also like to express a very heartfelt sense of gratitude to not only you, our esteemed graduates, but also to your families, your friends, your loved ones, for their commitment, dedication, hard work, and sacrifice that was required to arrive at this point. They were there to support you. Their support was incalculable. Would all of the amazing families and friends and loved ones kindly stand so that we all can recognize you and express our appreciation to you? I know many of you are up on the top tier, but please rise. Thank you so much. Please be seated. As you prepare to embark on the next phase of your journey, I am humbled to share some thoughts on the powerful themes of humanism and our coveted WesternU ethos, and how these special principles will shape your careers and significantly impact the lives of those you serve. From the very outset of your truly unique education, you have been steeped in a holistic approach to patient care, with a focus on the interconnectedness of body, mind, and spirit. As you venture forth into your chosen fields, remember to always consider the whole patient, recognizing that the best care is not just about treating those signs that we see in our patients, but understanding the underlying causes and addressing them with the compassion and empathy that you so well are able to deliver. Humanism, a core precept of our beloved university, is a commitment to treat everyone with dignity, respect, and kindness. It is in the understanding that our patients are more than just a collection of these signs, symptoms, and signs. They are complex beings with their own stories, struggles, and triumphs. By embracing humanism, you will forge strong connections with your patients, as only you can do, empowering them to be active participants in their healing process by their connection through you. As WesternU trained clinicians, you have a special skill set. You have been trained to appreciate the body's innate ability to heal itself, and this philosophy extends beyond the physical realm and into the emotional and spiritual aspects of our patients' lives. As healers, it is crucial to recognize the power of the empathetic and truly genuine connection that you possess with your patients. In times of uncertainty and vulnerability, your presence and understanding can be that balm that heals the soul as much as the body. So my mother is turning 100 in a week, and my father, she married a younger man, and he's 98. And And I asked her, I said, she's the first female linguist graduate from University of Florence in Italy, so she speaks a number of different languages, and so she only will speak Italian to me now. She doesn't want to be bothered with any other language at the moment. So I asked her in Italian, what is it like to be 100? And the first thing she said, well, there's less peer group pressure. So that's the first thing. The second thing she said is, devi praticare la lingua di più, which means you better practice a little more. Your grammar is atrocious. Remember, she's a linguist. Then the second thing she said is, don't get in the car with him. She was referring to my 98-year-old father who still drives. She said, io non lo faccio, I won't get in with him. But she also went on to say that it is the more and more that she appreciates is kindness and compassion and respect in individuals. That is the advice she imparted to me, is how important that is in our daily lives. And I believe that that's really what humanism is about. And what does it mean to us? What does it mean at our university? It means that altruism is our approach, that caring, compassion, and empathy is central to our daily craft, and that diversity, equity, inclusivity, anti-racism is our attitude. Fairness, kindness, and respect is our healing art, and faith and integrity is in all things that we do. These are the unique skills that define our common mission, which is focused on healthcare community and education. And embracing those ethos empowers us to effectively serve our communities and grow as individuals. And now, as ambassadors of the university, I encourage you to always honor these values through an algorithm of commitment, intention, action, reflection. But I have to be honest, we could not be on this journey alone. Our faculty has lived this mission through all of their interactions with you in the classroom, in the clinical setting, but most of all through the examples that they set as highly capable, humanistic, and compassionate healthcare professionals. I would like to recognize our faculty and ask them to please rise, to be acknowledged, and to allow us the honor to express our gratitude. Faculty, please rise and be honored. Thank you. Likewise, we would not be here if it were not for our hardworking and incredibly dedicated, outstanding staff. Could we ask that our staff also rise and be recognized? Thank you. Another key distinguished group of unsung heroes who work tirelessly for our students in the background to ensure the highest quality of education and to protect our coveted university mission is our very dear, beloved trustees. Please join me in acknowledging and honoring our extraordinary trustees as those able to stand, please stand to be recognized. Thank you so much for your dedication. Thank you. I would like to just take a moment to express appreciation for those who make the wonderful event possible this morning. Notably, the remarkable work of our University Commencement Committee. Under the leadership of Dr. Guidry, as you saw, our Senior Vice President for University Student Affairs, we're grateful for this morning. The support of Director Torio Thomas and her exceptional special events team, the Departments of Information Technology, Facilities, Communications, Public Affairs, and the campus bookstore. Special mention is also due to Greg, Christie, and the excellent production crew at Bright Ideas. Thank you for all that you do. Class of 2023, a heartfelt congratulations from all of us. We want you to know you will never be alone on whatever path your destiny may take you. We are always with you. We are so grateful to you for being with us as ambassadors, but always being part of our community. Congratulations and a heartfelt Godspeed to you in your journey forward. Congratulations, class of 2023. Lastly, in preparation for the remainder of our exciting ceremony, I wish to briefly describe the current commencement process. This year, we had 5 ceremonies in Pasadena. We had the Graduate College of Biomedical Sciences and the College of Health Sciences. They held their ceremonies on Wednesday. The colleges of Dental Medicine, Pharmacy, Graduate Nursing, and Optometry held their ceremonies yesterday. And the college, this very special college, this morning. Comp Northwest will hold the commencement ceremony in Lebanon, Oregon on May 26th. An important tradition I would also like to add is the presentation of a university label pin to each of our esteemed graduates. The pin is offered as a gift to our newest members of our alumni family and bears the university seal, and also the degree that the graduate has earned on the pin. We hope you will wear the pin often and with pride and as ambassadors for the university. I encourage you to do so. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce our chair of WesternU's Board of Trustees, the Honorable Consuelo M. Callahan. Judge Callahan has served on the Ninth Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals since 2003. She was nominated by President George W. Bush and confirmed unanimously by the U.S. Senate. She previously served on California's Court of Appeal, 3rd Appellate District, and on the San Joaquin County Superior Court. Prior to becoming a judge, Judge Callahan worked as a deputy district attorney, a supervising district attorney, and a deputy city attorney. There is no words that could express my gratitude to our dear chair of the board, who has countless hours and tireless hours dedicated and committed and loyal to the university, all the extraordinary progress under her watch, and we are so grateful to you. And now I would like to invite our dear honorable judge to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. On behalf of the Western Board of Trustees, it's my distinct honor to congratulate our wonderful graduates today. I would be remiss if I did not send you the great appreciation of my rescue dog, Chief, and my Burmese cat that I've taken over from my mother, the princess of our household, Amazing Grace, AKA Gracie. They thank you for the patients that you serve and all of the good that you do for our humans, our communities, and worldwide. So Chief and Gracie send their regards and congratulate you. We are so proud of you. While your dedication and hard work were crucial in reaching this milestone, you did not get here alone. I would like to also thank and congratulate all of those who made this day possible, your family, your friends, our wonderful faculty, staff, and administrators. You have two families, your family and friends, and your WesternU family. At WesternU, our commitment to you is one of family, from cradle to grave. As one chapter of your life finishes today, a new chapter begins tomorrow. And I guess you have 2 graduates that are going to commit themselves in judicial parlance to life sentences. Good luck to both of you. We are ready to send you out into the world, but we do not bid you farewell. We will never forget you. We are here to support you, but please never forget us. You have been trained to always put the patient first, to treat patients with equity, and to let humanism as well as science guide your decisions and actions. The effect that you have on the entire world is amazing. Each WesternU class has a fascinating personality of its own, so much talent and so much diversity. After we complete our graduations of 2023, we will have an army of 20,620 WesternU graduates that are out in the world transforming healthcare. Imagine that, such power and such potential. In the same way that I lecture my godchildren, my hand is on each of your shoulders. We bless you and we pray that you actualize your highest potential and your goals. You are our legacy, but never, I mean never, forget or miss an opportunity to do good when you are doing well in your profession. I can tell you, as having been in my profession for a long time, you will have many opportunities to do good deeds, to help your patients, to help the world. You will never regret the people the patients that you help, but you will always regret those opportunities to help individuals and patients and the world that you do not take. So I know that your hearts are hearts in the very best of places. So please continue to do what you do and never miss an opportunity to help your patients in need. So we celebrate you today. You deserve it. But tomorrow is not too early for the world to feel the presence of your humanism and your good deeds and your wonderful education. Think of how when you throw a pebble into a pond, the circles radiate out to the shoreline and touch all the surrounding area. Use your WesternU education and your heart to touch as many patients, as many lives, as much of the world as possible. I know that you will. Congratulations. It is now my great honor to introduce the next speaker, our Provost, Dr. Paula Crone, a proud graduate of Comp's class of 1992. In her career, Dr. Crone has led her own primary private care practice and was the program director for family medicine residency programs at Eastmoreland Hospital in Portland, Oregon, which trained DO physicians in the Pacific Northwest. Dr. Crone was one of the pioneers and founders in the development of Comp Northwest, built in part with the physicians she trained while at Eastmoreland Hospital in Portland. So many firsts in her career, as you will have so many firsts in your own. Dr. Crone was named founding dean of Comp Northwest in 2010, and then dean of Comp and Comp Northwest in 2013, making her both the first Comp alum and the first female to serve as dean at Comp. Since then, she has continued to be a leader in the development of WesternU Oregon. Dr. Crone served as WesternU's interim provost from April 2022 through February of this year, when she was selected as provost and chief academic officer for this university. Another first for a woman at WesternU. Provost Crone is a passionate advocate for WesternU students and leaders in shared governance across all of the constituency at WesternU. She works tirelessly for the success of WesternU and is highly regarded throughout the country, both professionally and personally. And I can tell you as well that the Board of Trustees holds her in the highest regard, and we feel so fortunate to have her here. Dr. Crone, please come forward.
Congratulations, graduates, class of 2023. Let's give this class another round of applause. What a day. Thank you, the Honorable Consuelo Maria Callahan, for your insightful and most gracious comments. And thank you, President Faris Eisner, our Board of Trustees, Dean Texas, and all our faculty, staff, and graduates from the College of Veterinary Medicine. This is a special day of celebration for our graduates and a time of appreciation for all our WesternU community. A special shout out to our faculty who give so much, and to our incredible staff who make all things happen. And today, as we have all week, we carry Martha with us in our hearts. My heartfelt welcome to all our students and all in our audience. I have my own special memories of my graduation day, my family gathered together, my dad hooding me, memories I will always cherish. I never fail to feel hopeful and proud as I watch our graduates receive their diplomas each year. What a moment as they cross the stage. Graduates, we've been through a lot since you first started at WesternU, from once-in-a-100-year fires to a global pandemic and everything that came in between. Together, you tackled tough social issues and worked through for true global change. And in the process, you navigated through some of the toughest times in your generation, and you did it with an unconquerable spirit. In this world filled with division and wounds, you have the opportunity to serve and to heal. Indeed, it is one of your calling cards as a WesternU graduate as you move forward and you take your place in healthcare. Know that as you do so, we are proud of you and we have every confidence in you. You are entering a profession where you get to make an impact, one moment at a time, one patient at a time, one community at a time. Graduates, we've been humbled frequently as we have watched you learn and grow, gain confidence, find your voices, and work so hard to get to where you are today. As you do your own reflection, remember those special individuals who helped you along the way, those that never gave up on you, who taught you those unforgettable, hard-learned lessons, those that pushed you and believed in you. Treasure them and thank them. Never stop learning and never forget that you have the ability to make a difference. And never stop trying to make your corner of the world a better place. Keep honing your expertise, your knowledge, and your skills, and never lose your humanity, your compassion, and your ability to care. As many of you have heard me say this before, this world has never needed you more. I have hope for the future because of what I've already seen you do. I wish for all of you to find joy in the work you do, happiness in life, and the courage to embrace all that comes. To be leaders in your communities and always the champions of your patients. To be healers and to seek wellness, not just to treat disease. To not only stand on the shoulders of those giants that came before you, but to strive to become the giant yourself so that others may stand upon your shoulders. Always, always strive for excellence and always keep your standards set high. Your patients will count on you for that. Your education will serve you well. Never forget to care for your patients with purpose, passion, and skill, to use your head, hands, and your heart, and to listen and to care. And always remember, at the end of every action, every thought, every deed, there is a patient. You're a patient. Congratulations, class of 2023. We are so proud of you. It is now my delight and my pleasure to introduce our graduate speaker. Our graduate speaker today was nominated by their peers, approved by their dean, and voted on by their class. This is a significant honor bestowed upon them by their classmates. Our graduate speaker today is Ana Arcelia Ramirez. Let's give her a round of applause. Yeah. Per her fellow students, Anna represents, quote, the best of you. She has worked hard to collaborate with many of her classmates, inspiring them to be their best. Anna came to WesternU with more than 15 years' experience in the veterinary field, from volunteering for a nonprofit organization to working at a specialty practice as an emergency supervisor. An accomplished researcher, she has done well academically and advocated for important resources for her classmates. She beautifully balanced caring for her family while excelling at a rigorous education. Her classmates and faculty unanimously selected her to deliver today's graduation remarks. I'm going to have her join me here at the podium. And let's give her another round of applause. Congratulations.
Welcome and good morning, President Faraz Eisner, Provost Crone, WesternU Board of Trustees, Deans, Administrators, faculty and staff, families, and loved ones. First, I want to take a moment of silence to remember our loved ones who have passed on, but join us in spirit in the best seats of this house. Let's take a moment now. This long-awaited journey has come to an end. Some come from a line of doctors and are continuing that legacy, while others are the first in our family to attain this prestigious degree. For all of us, this feat did not come easy as we maneuvered through the journey of vet school through a pandemic. We were forced to adapt to Zoom life, yet the silver lining was how we got through it together as a class. Reaching out when we needed support, speaking up for each other when the situation was not perfect, and being understanding to each other's circumstances. Thank you. Now, we are coming to a new era in our life where we will be faced with new challenges, whether in our job, family, or life. I want you to reflect on Nelson Mandela's words. Do not judge me by my success, but judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up. Know that any of your future challenges will not reflect on your capability, but your ability to stand back up. So whatever trajectory you have chosen, walk in faith. Walk in faith believing that you can do this. Walk in faith knowing you are growing and learning. Walk in faith that when it gets hard, rest if you must, but do not quit. Remember that your love and your compassion is what drove you to be exactly where you're meant to be. For family, friends, and loved ones, know that our profession is not easy. Be a non-judgmental ear to listen and arms to embrace us when times are challenging. We will need you. So on behalf of the class, I want to thank you for your endless support, and thank you so much. Now on to the next part of life. Congratulations to us, class of 2023.
Thank you so much, Anna, for your inspiring words. Mr. President, I have for your consideration Dr. Liz Mossop, the candidate for an honorary degree. Dr. Mossop. Liz originally qualified as a veterinarian and worked in clinical practice for several years in rural Lincolnshire and Nottinghamshire, UK, before developing an interest in veterinary education. She joined the newly formed veterinary school at the University of Nottingham in 2006 as a university teacher, focusing on developing the professional skills curriculum, eventually becoming professor of veterinary education in 2017. The school has a specific remit around widening access to veterinary education, and Liz has a long-standing interest in this area. She holds a PhD in clinical education and was awarded her fellowship of the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons in 2018 for meritorious contributions to the profession. She moved to the University of Lincoln in 2018 to become Deputy Vice Chancellor for Student Development and Engagement. As part of this role, she oversees university's teaching, learning, and student experience strategy, and is heavily involved in student support and attainment. In 2023, she became Provost and Senior Vice Chancellor at the University of Lincoln, taking on a broader academic leadership remit, but retaining her student interests. Liz holds multiple awards for her teaching and curriculum development work, including a National Teaching Fellowship. Her research career is focused on veterinary and medical education, as well as in the growing field of veterinary patient safety and human factors, with multiple publications and grants in this area. Now, Mr. President, it is my pleasure to present Dr. Liz Mossop as a candidate for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Thank you, Dean Texas. Now, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you, Dr. Liz Mossop, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto. In witness thereof, I cause you to be vested with the hood appropriate to the degree and grant you this diploma. Congratulations. Now we invite Dr. Mossop to deliver her keynote address. We invite you to the podium. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Mr. President, team here. What an amazing honor for me to come all the way from the UK to receive this honor. I am truly touched. My British stiff upper lip is definitely quavering, so thank you all so much. I am extremely honored to be standing here today, able to talk to you all, you amazing people, on what is definitely one of the best days of your life, particularly so for the two of you who are getting married later, of course, but hey, good job. Commencement is such an exciting time for you all. It's a time for reflection, a time for next steps, and most of all, a time for celebration, as we found out last night. I've been practicing all week, so bear with me. In my best American, class of 2023, you guys rock. Back to a bit more British now, it's a bit more comfortable. Well, I'm used to quite a different graduation ceremony. At my university, we graduate our students in a 1,000-year-old cathedral on the top of a very big hill. It looks a little bit like a Harry Potter set, I have to say.
Stone walls, gargoyles looking down at you, that kind of thing. It's very grand, very, very grand. It's also extremely cold, like properly cold. So I would very much like to thank Dean Texas for inviting me to experience a graduation ceremony where I don't have to wear my thermals under my gown. This is really good. The great thing about this opportunity that I have today is the chance to speak to you all at such an important point in your career. And fingers crossed, like everybody else speaking to you today, give you a few thoughts to take home with you. You might be wondering why I've been given this privilege and this great honor today. Well, I am a veterinarian too, as you've just heard from Dean Texas, but one whose career has been perhaps a little bit unpredictable and unexpected, and I think that's probably why I'm stood here today. Despite my random career path, I am a veterinarian at heart, and that's because the skills I developed as a practitioner are still the ones I use every day in my current role, helping to run a university. That's the fantastic thing about a veterinary qualification. It truly is a passport to such a wide range of opportunity with those skills stamps obtained on the journey and all sorts of different ways of contributing to society. So if I may, I'd like to indulge in a little bit of reminiscing about how I have utilized my veterinary passport and the sorts of skills I've had stamped in it and used to travel between my different career stages. I am a millennium graduate, that feels like a long time ago, doesn't it? From the year 2000, where our focus was on bugs and new centuries. My academic career, I'm sure like some of you today, was not really covered in glory until I entered the final year of my training. And all of a sudden on clinics, I realized that someone like me, who may not know every single academic fact, but can certainly work in a team and show empathy to clients, actually did a lot better. So I graduated with huge enthusiasm and energy, and I took my first job as a mixed species vet in a county called Lincolnshire in England. Now, even though this was only 23 years ago, this was pretty much an all creatures great and small type experience. You know what I'm talking about. Except my boss wasn't called Siegfried. I mean, who's called Siegfried? That's very strange. And in a quirk of the wonderful English language, Lincolnshire calls its hills wolds rather than the dales we are all familiar with from James Herriot's Yorkshire. So there I was. My job was in a small market town, and the moments of, let's face it, sheer terror were definitely outweighed by how much I loved the work, and particularly my amazing clients. We treated all species. No one had any money. The hours were ridiculous. The work was often physically and mentally exhausting, but I learned a lot very, very quickly and tackled everything from bovine cesareans to lame ponies to itchy pedigree cats. Most importantly, I learnt the beginnings of dealing with complexity and uncertainty and built my resilience through my excellent colleagues and generally very kind clients, even though they had no money. I was working in this practice during the foot and mouth outbreaks of the early 2000s in the UK, which taught me that farmers do cry and that my own emotional strength could definitely be broken. It was really tough. Whilst I stayed working in my practice, many of my classmates were working on the front line of the outbreak with heartbreaking tasks associated with such challenging situations. Nothing could have prepared us for that. Over my 3 years at this practice, my veterinary passport gained stamps in flexibility and resilience, decision-making and team-working. Clients such as Mrs. Moore, who lived on a tiny property where she somehow looked after 6 rescue horses, 4 rescue dogs, a few scrawny farm cats, all with multiple chronic disease and 0 budget, and compared to her Lord Ramsay, who lived in a semi-derelict mansion but had a large and immaculate stable block from where he bred his winning racehorses. These kind of clients taught me to communicate in a variety of ways and remember that clients needed empathy, not judgment. To expand my veterinary passport, I decided to move to a very different, much more urban practice, where I treated mainly pets and horses. The clients were motivated in different ways and far more able to spend money on their animals, so I rapidly expanded my diagnostic toolkit. The flip side was that I had to learn to deal with complaints and clients with much more challenging requests. It was in this job, however, that the teaching bug bit me very hard. My poor student nurse, Colette, became used to my slightly random ways of teaching her, which would often involve suture practice on specimens obtained from the butcher. I'll be honest, I had no idea what I was doing, but I knew that I loved teaching. The beginnings of my education skills were firmly stamped in my veterinary passport. Fast forward a few clinical jobs later, and when the opportunity came to help develop a new vet school, I couldn't say no. My first teaching job at Nottingham Vet School was incredibly intense. We were setting up a new school, like many of your faculty here has been involved in. It's really tough. But it was also where I learned more about the power of the team. By working together, we achieved amazing things for our students, and my leadership skills were developed and tested to the max. My resilience at this stage was fully built on the excellent people around me. They helped me bounce back when deadlines were tight and workloads were full. Certainly, this was a skill I had started to develop in practice. I knew I could not do things on my own, and I needed my colleagues to support and guide me and be there when things went wrong. They do go wrong. Nottingham is a very similar faculty to here at Western. It was not afraid to do things differently and when it came to veterinary education. And I have to say, I became almost addicted to innovation, working out how to do things differently, bucking the trend, teaching our students in a variety of ways and sharing these experiences with others. I was determined that my students would graduate understanding the professional skills they needed in their veterinary passport and those they would develop in the future in order to thrive in this wonderful profession. The education stamp in my passport has taken up many pages, and I feel so lucky to have been able to combine my two passions of being a vet and teaching. I slowly worked my way up the ranks, supported by some amazing mentors, and eventually became a full professor. I got a PhD in education, my training in how to think, and I loved the thrill of developing and working through research questions. I realized at some stage that my love of animals was being overtaken by my love of people in all their complex and demanding glory. The world of education became a pretty sticky one for me, and I've hung around here for some time, firming up my leadership stamps and remembering that whatever happens, kindness rules. So this is where I find myself now. I work as a provost at a medium-sized university which delivers everything from medicine to fine art to nearly 20,000 students. My skills passport is fully utilized on a daily basis and still growing. I may be breaking bad news about budget cuts, but the skills are the same as breaking bad news about a tuberculosis outbreak in a dairy herd. I might be motivating and leading my team to deliver exams for thousands of students next month, but the skills are the same as motivating the tiny team of me and my technician to tackle a long operating list on a day when the euthanasias seem to have outweighed the new puppy checks. And let's face it, I'm not dealing with foot and mouth epidemics anymore, but I have helped to lead a university through a pandemic, and my decision-making skills, my calm clinician head in the face of many crises stood me in really great stead for that challenging task. You guys have already filled out several pages in your veterinary passports and the skills your fantastic professors and clinical teachers have developed in you. Who knows what pathway these skills will take you on and where you will go. Let me tell you, it will be an exciting journey, and the support you continue to receive from your friends and family sat around you now will be another crucial part of your resilience and your resourcefulness as you set out. Now, I know you've had a lot of advice this week from lots of different people, and today from lots of people up here. Well, it's my turn now, so listen up. Number one, there's only three, don't worry. Number one, build your resilience from those around you and those things that mean being a vet is part of you, but not all of you. Number two, you are human. You will make mistakes. Forgiving yourself is often the hardest part. And number three, above all, be kind. Kindness is the currency of our souls, and civility saves lives. You can and you will do anything you put your mind to. Good luck, and welcome to the best profession in the world. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Mossop, for those very inspirational words. A job well done. Thank you. And thank you for making the journey across the pond. Now we get to the special portion of these exciting ceremonies in which we have the honor to present you with a diploma.
Will the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Veterinary Medicine please rise and stand in place? Mr. President, the assembled candidates have met the requirements for graduation and have been recommended by the faculty for the degree of Doctor of Veterinary Medicine. It is my pleasure to present them to you.
Thank you, Dean Texas. Graduates, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you, as you individually present yourselves, the degree of Doctor of Veterinary Medicine with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto. Will the graduates please come to the stage and provide us the honor to give to you your well-deserved diploma.
Dr. Tamara Jean Abato Earwood. Dr. Taylor Rosette Agoyan Stubbs. Dr. Clarissa Marie Alanis. Dr. Andriana Elizabeth Albini. Dr. Alexis Jeanne Allen. Dr. Emily Marie Ariano. Dr. Samantha Leanne Ayotte. Dr. Stephanie Joan Babington. Dr. Shant Balchi. Dr. Raja Kumar Basak Smith. Dr. Alexa Berardini. Dr. Alicia Linnell Beer. Dr. Elizabeth Tess Carlucci. Dr. Juan Martin Castellanos. Dr. Marie Ann Chase. Dr. Catherine Rinyi Chen. Dr. Jessica Iris Connor. Dr. Marilena Constantinou. Dr. Madison Elaine Cooper. Dr. Annalise Carolyn Curley. Dr. Elizabeth Silva Dawkins. Dr. Caitlin Allison DeVore. Dr. Catherine Deal. Dr. Elise Ashley Dittman. Dr. Linda Gabriela Flores. Dr. Nicolina Marisa Foster. Dr. Courtney Mie Fukushima. Dr. Zaira Pamela Gomez. Dr. Jose David Gonzalez David. Dr. Aaron Bichelle Goods. Dr. Abrielle Amanda Goodwine. Dr. Eileen Veronica Graham. Dr. David Allen Green. Dr. Jimmy Guan. Dr. Taylor Morgan Hafes. Dr. Karina Nicole Hallam. Dr. Jessica Enriquez. Dr. Katerina Alexi Hilton. Dr. Aaron Kelly Hooper. Dr. Samantha Ray Hurtado. Dr. Justin Randall Jensen. Dr. Samantha Melissa Johnson. Dr. Lisa Cow. Dr. Kayla Marie Cleve. Dr. Alexandra Catherine Kochanowski. Dr. Hannah Marie Kraus. Dr. Brianna Letty. Dr. April Lynn Limegruber. Dr. Paige Michelle Lenz. Dr. Catherine Schwinray Lee. Dr. Kyla Kathleen Ludwig. Dr. Beverly Liu. Dr. Heidi Luzinski. Dr. Jesse Michael Maestas. Dr. Tao Tan Ma. Mai. Sorry. Dr. Marcella Mancini. Dr. Zach Curtis Manley. Dr. Frederick Jonathan Manson. Dr. Nicole Helene Martyr. Dr. Laura Victoria Mason. Dr. Kristen Mary Jean Medley. Dr. Catherine Ann Ale Meyer.
He's going to be in the end.
Okay. Dr. Melanie Lynn Miller. Dr. Nicole Carol Morgan. Dr. Keely Ann Mullins. Dr. Cesar Daman Muro Bernal. Dr. Andrew Ataf Nematala. Dr. Catherine Marie Neswatamy. Dr. Danielle Sophia Ortiz. Dr. Deanna Marie Overton. Dr. Denise Renee Pashati. Dr. Brian Lawson Painting. Dr. Alexandra Grace Patton. Dr. Brenda Perez. Dr. Karina Lauren Quiroz. Dr. Ana Arcelia Ramirez. Dr. Sophia Rasmussen. Dr. Tanya Lynn Reagan. Dr. Fiona Mary Reed. Dr. Marissa Nicole Robertson. Dr. Christina Rostami. Dr. Yamila Ruiz Espada. Dr. Kaylee Marie Salas. Dr. Gunimat Purkash Singh Sumra. Dr. Tiffany Marie Santiago. Dr. Nathan Sharp. Dr. Nicole Ashley Smith. Dr. Sarah Ann Snow. Dr. Sidlali Soltero Ruelas. Dr. Madeline May Stevens. Dr. Glenna Stomacken. Dr. Meg Francis Sullivan. Dr. Gila Terani. Dr. Courtney Ann Thompson. Dr. Nicholas Stephen Tremonti. Dr. Elizabeth Eileen Tuff. Dr. Tiara Ashley Tyson. Dr. Paris Rose Watkins. Dr. Rachel J. Wexler. Dr. Greta Louise Wisht. Dr. Elizabeth Catherine Wynn Hoyt. Dr. Cleo Ashley Wong. Dr. Kyle Akio Wong. Dr. Joseph Winchi Wu. Dr. Sean Sugasawa Yamada. Dr. Richard Ryan Meyer.
Congratulations, everyone. I have the pleasure to introduce Dr. Keith Rohde, the president of the California Veterinary Medical Association, who will administer the veterinarian's oath. And I invite the doctors of veterinary medicine in the audience and those on the platform who wish to renew their oath to stand with Dr. Rohde and this class. Would the new doctors of veterinary medicine please rise?
All right, we're going to say this all together. I'd like you to turn to page 91 in the program where you can see the words. Also, I encourage you to say this with enthusiasm, with professional enthusiasm, but enthusiasm nonetheless. So please join me. Being admitted to the profession of veterinary medicine, I solemnly swear to use my scientific knowledge and skills for the benefit of society through the protection and animal health and welfare, the prevention and relief of animal suffering, the conservation of animal resources, the promotion of public health, and the advancement of medical knowledge. I will practice my profession conscientiously, with dignity, and in keeping with the principles of veterinary medical ethics. I accept as a lifelong obligation the continual improvement of my professional knowledge and competence. Congratulations, doctors.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rohde. Please be seated. Now, Dr. Dustin Ong, class of 2018, assistant professor for the College of Veterinary Medicine, will bring a welcome from the WesternU Alumni Association.
Hello, hello. It's finally come to this time. Mr. President, Board of Trustees, distinguished faculty, proud parents and honored guests, and the exceptional graduating class of 2023. It is an honor to stand here before you today to celebrate this momentous occasion. As we gather to commemorate your incredible journey, I am reminded of the remarkable connection that binds us now all together. As I look at your bright and eager faces, I vividly remember my own commencement ceremony 5 years ago. My mind filled with excitement, anticipation, and nervousness for what was to come. But before we think about the future, we must reflect on the journey that got us here. Starting from white coat ceremony with a similar mixture of anticipation and anxiety, which turned quickly into stress, long lack of sleep, many hours at the anatomy lab, and countless emails to faculty. Then third year approached, and I recall hitting the ground running, actually no, sprinting, to making sure we catched up on all those rotations, assignments, soaking up as much knowledge as possible while still trying to actually respond to my family's calls. Then finally, surviving all to arrive at the whirlwind which we call fourth year, and taking that dreaded exam, which shall not be named. I truly believe all things happen for a reason, because I was invited back to Western, but this time as faculty. You see, this graduating class holds a special place in my heart. Your journeys towards becoming skilled veterinarians began at the same time as I embarked on a new adventure for myself as faculty at WesternU. From the very moment you stepped into this campus as wide-eyed freshmen, we started our parallel journeys together, intertwining our paths in the pursuit of knowledge and service. Together, we navigated the intricacies of anatomy, physiology, pathology, and the fundamentals of animal care. Together, we also faced the unhurdle of the pandemic COVID-19, which tested our resilience and adaptability. We laughed, we questioned. There are a lot of questions. You explored, you PBL'd it. As I reflect on our time together and the stories we shared, and the stories I've shared about you of my times at WesternU, and you know there are a lot of stories, you reminded me of the invaluable lessons about resilience, perseverance, and the power of a nurturing learning environment. Your eagerness to learn, your insightful questions, your unyielding perseverance have challenged me to be a better teacher and mentor. As I watch you embark on this journey, starting 4 years ago, wow, it's been 4 years, it fills me with immense joy to witness how far you've come, how far you've grown, and how you've transformed into compassionate and capable veterinarians. Because no matter our journeys, detours, and pit stop aside, we have arrived at the same destination. Today, as you embark on the next chapter of your lives as veterinary professionals, remember the foundation we, along with your esteemed faculty and staff, have laid together during your time at Western. Let the memories of our shared experience serve as a reminder of your remarkable potential to make a difference in the lives of animals and their human caretakers. Remember the excitement and the passion that you sparked within you when you first sat in that PBL room. Carry that flame with you, for it will guide you through the inevitable challenges and triumphs that lie ahead. As I wrap up, I want to impart 3 key things to success. Only 3, because you have to try for the rest. First, embrace lifelong learning. The field of veterinary medicine is constantly evolving, and even though you leave today here as alumni, it is essential to stay at the forefront of advancement and research. Seek out opportunities for continuing education, attend those conferences, engage with colleagues who serve with your passion for growth and improvement. By committing to lifelong learning, you ensure that you provide the best care for your patients and contribute to the advancement of veterinary science. Second, remember the power of collaboration and teamwork. Veterinary medicine is a multidisciplinary field. The most remarkable breakthroughs often occur when diverse minds come together. Just like in PBL, building strong relationships with your colleagues, veterinarians from other specialties, and professionals from related fields. Embrace the opportunity to learn from one another, as you know from your time at Western. Only through collaboration can we overcome complex challenges and push through the boundaries of what is possible. Lastly, never lose sight of your own well-being, honestly. Caring for animals can be emotionally taxing, and it is crucial to prioritize self-care. Find balance in your life, cultivate your relationships, pursue hobbies that bring you joy, and seek support when needed. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Now you have this whole network of fellow alumni and colleagues who will gladly lend a helping hand to lift you up when times get tough. And now, armed with these 3 key success, lifelong learning, collaboration, and self-care, go forth and make a lasting impact on the world of veterinary medicine. May your passion continue to shine brightly as you embrace this remarkable journey. Now, will the class of 2023 please rise? To signify your accomplishments and your change in status from student to alumni, please move your tassel from your right side of your cap to your left side, placing it over your heart. WesternU is honored to welcome you into the ranks of distinguished alumni, and we eagerly anticipate the incredible contributions you'll make. Congratulations, my dear students turned graduates. Welcome to the WesternU Alumni Association. May your journey be boundless of success, fulfillment, and endless opportunity to make a lasting impact.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ong. Please be seated. When I was a little boy of 6 years old, I could not wait to go to school. As the youngest of 4 children, I watched my siblings board the school bus every day, and I thought that was the most amazing thing on earth to go somewhere every day to learn. I could not wait until it was my turn. On my very first day in first grade, I sat in the front row of the classroom with a huge smile on my face. Surprise, right? The teacher scowled at me and asked me why I was smiling. I responded with an even bigger smile that I was happy. She turned to me and told me that I must be up to no good, and made me stand in the back corner of the classroom to learn my lesson that school was not supposed to be fun. It didn't work. I smiled in spite of the reprimand, and so began a lifelong passion to seek knowledge. As the eternal student, I made my way through my education much as you have today, with determination, with specific goals in mind, and with grit. Getting to where you are today has not been easy. yet you persevered, and look where we are right now. At some point in your life, a spark ignited your passion to pursue a veterinary education. Where did that spark come from, and how did it fuel your journey here today? But more than a spark, you needed to work hard to earn the degree you have now achieved. As you all know, the spark by itself wasn't enough. What else did you need? Today, we face many challenges in the world, and the one thing that will get all of us through any challenge is loyalty. Now, loyalty is an interesting word. We tend to think about it in terms of the things we're committed to. We're loyal to our parents, our spouses and partners, and all those who are important to us. For many of us, we even feel loyalty to our pets. According to the Encyclopedia Britannica, loyalty is a general term that signifies a person's devotion or sentiment of attachment to a particular object, which may be another person or group of persons, an ideal, a duty, or a cause. How does it apply to you as you embark on the first days of your career as a veterinarian? To get here today, you had to maintain loyalty to your goals. Getting through this education has not been easy, and you needed to devote significant time, energy, and resources. Today, however, is not the end of this journey. It is truly only the beginning. Now the fun part begins, and you get to apply this same sense of loyalty to the veterinary profession. You get to wake up each day knowing that you will do good work. Regardless of where you work or what area of veterinary medicine is your focus, you get to apply what you have learned to help others, to relieve suffering, and to make a difference. While it might not always seem like it in the moment, each and every animal that you treat and each and every human who benefits from that care can be profoundly impacted by you. And it is your loyalty to the veterinary profession and to your work that makes that difference. Remember that as you begin each day as a veterinarian. While all of us were drawn to this amazing profession because of our passion to help animals and to serve society, remember to also be loyal to yourself. You have already accomplished amazing things, and you're only going to do so much more. Be loyal to who you are. Be mindful of what has supported your success. Acknowledge the significant achievements you make. Take care of yourself with the devotion that loyalty requires. We, your alma mater, the faculty and staff of the College of Veterinary Medicine, will always be loyal to you. We will forever be supporting you and your work from a distance. Remember us as you go forward. Lean on us when you need to. We are now your colleagues, and our loyalty to you is enduring. Remember to enjoy the work you will do. It is okay to smile about that which you are passionate about, even when others might tell you otherwise. The work you do is important, and you are making the world better by showing up and doing it. Before I end my charge today, I would like to take a moment to recognize two very special people, and you all know them well. David Green and Jesse Maestas met at Northern Arizona University in their undergraduate program. They came to WesternU together in 2019 and have been together for more than 10 years. Today, we not only celebrate their commencement, but we also celebrate their wedding, which will occur later this afternoon. Congratulations. It is time to smile. It is time to celebrate, and it is time to do good work. I and all those here today who supported your education wish you every success and happiness. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dean Texas, and thank you for all that you do for the university and for your college. I also want to acknowledge the presence and attendance of former Dean Nelson to these ceremonies. Thank you for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the graduates of 2023. Woo. My mother would expect me to say bravissimi. In closing, as we gather here today to celebrate the accomplishments of these remarkable new clinicians, it's an honor to address you with a few parting thoughts on today's powerful theme of humanism in medicine and healthcare. The journey of a healthcare professional such as yourselves is not only about acquiring knowledge and mastering skills, but it is also about embracing the principles of compassion, empathy, and humility. And as we stand on this precipice of a new chapter in your lives, our beloved graduates, let us reflect one more time on the importance of humanism in shaping the future. What you have already heard today in so many different ways is that healthcare professionals such as yourselves have that privilege and responsibility of caring for your patients at their most vulnerable. The ability to empathize with your special patients and their families and to make genuine connections is what sets exceptional clinicians apart. Remember, the heart of medicine and healthcare lies in the relationship that you build with these special constituents. As you venture forth into your medical and healthcare careers, embrace that power of humanism that you have acquired through your education to treat every one of your patients with the respect and dignity that they so deserve. In a world where technology often dominates the conversation, never forget the importance of that special connection. Remember, too, that humility is an essential part of the practice of your art. As you continue to grow and learn, you will encounter situations where you must admit that you do not have all the answers. Embrace these moments as opportunities to collaborate, listen, learn from your colleagues, and also learn from your wonderful patients. And by approaching your work with humility, you will foster an environment of trust among your colleagues and among your patients and among their families. As you embark on this exciting new chapter, let humanism be your guiding light, always putting the well-being of these precious patients of yours in the forefront of your practice. Maintain your curiosity, keep learning, never lose sight of the connections that make healthcare such a rewarding and transformative field. You've already achieved so much, and congratulations to you. And we're so excited to see the tremendous impact that you will make as compassionate, empathetic, and humanistic medical professionals. May your journey ahead be filled with growth, fulfillment, and the unwavering knowledge that you are making a huge difference in the lives of countless patients and their families. We thank you deeply, all of us, for that and for who you are. It is an honor and a pleasure and a privilege to again congratulate the class of 2023. Godspeed to you. With this, I declare these commencement exercises closed. Congratulations.
Distinguished guests, for those who are able, please stand and remain at your seat for the academic recessional. For the safety of all, it is essential that the aisles are kept clear until the faculty and graduates have exited the auditorium and lobby. Commencement assistants will inform you when it is clear for you to exit the auditorium. Your graduates will gather their belongings and will meet you outside in approximately 30 minutes. Thank you for your patience. Please remain at your seats. You will be informed when the recessional has concluded. It is essential the aisles are kept clear during the recessional. Your graduates will gather their belongings and will meet you outside in approximately 30 minutes.